How we doing?
Good, bud. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Good
Joined here
evening.
today with Liam.
Hello, hello.
What's up, bud?
It's
I'm
been a
good, thank
while.
you. I
It
know,
has been a
you
while
have been
since you've
getting
been
me
on the
on.
show.
There's
How was
plenty
your
of other
weekend, Graham?
people.
How was your weekend, Graham?
It was all right. Didn't do much. A bit of barbecuing. Had the boards out. A little bit of practice. Trying to work on a new grip. Trying to get flat bag and change to a butterfly grip. But so far there's teething issues. Like just getting the distance control right compared to my old throw. But with practice, I'll get there eventually. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
How was yours weekend?
Yeah, man. We had a pretty good time down in old Germany.
Hmm?
I'm wore out, but it was a good time.
Yeah, Josh's arm was swollen by the end. It was so tired and busted up by the end.
Yep. Still got some swelling in it. But that's all right. Nothing a few beers and some Tylenol couldn't fix. So that's what I did. Good little steady diet.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, my weekend was pretty good on a standpoint of I thought I threw pretty good all weekend on average. Not quite as good as Liam's. As you can see over his right shoulder.
A new little bit of wood. Swap winner. First one of in Europe that's a first place that isn't like a crew cup. So I'm pretty pleased about that. I think I got second in the swap twice last year. One of them being Germany. So to come back and get it over the line at the end of a very, very long day, I have to say.
Oh my God.
That was probably the longest day of cornhole I've ever had.
Ever. We started.
I don't think it would be topped either.
Bags started flying at 9 o'clock for singles. Their finals game did not finish until midnight.
Yeah.
For swap.
Didn't leave the building till like 12:30. Just gone midnight. The actual game finished.
Yeah.
And
it was
I
nuts,
think that was
dude.
shown on the. Thankfully, it wasn't a hard fought. It was a pretty quick game as well. It was only like 6 rounds, 7 rounds or something.
Yeah.
Thankfully, because the games before that were like 20 rounders pushed right to the edge. So we definitely didn't have an easy run of it, but it was good fun. Me and my old German mate, Marcus, a little bit teaming up with the Germans. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Considering
and
it felt
Marcus
like half
threw
of
well,
Germany
hit
were
some
there.
good shots for you.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, we had to face you guys in the quarterfinals. And I'm not taking anything away from Uwe. Like, you threw, like, he threw decent, but you threw fire, a 10.5 on him.
Yeah.
And I didn't make enough points on my side against Marcus, so.
It was still like a 19 round. Well, I think I threw 9 rounds.
Yeah.
And it started down your end, and I think Marcus. No, I can't remember, but yeah, 9 rounds of 10.5 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That was good. For a
I was pretty
something
pleased with my
Max.
performance over on the whole weekend. I mean, I know it's not the greatest, but on average, I threw about a 7.71 for the whole weekend.
I think if you were to compare it to Germany last year, you definitely upped it by like from like low 7s to high 7s with a couple of matches that you were pushing like into the 9s, weren't you?
Yeah. Well, singles is what did it. I think in bracket play and singles, man, I think I was almost like in the 8s almost every game. So, yeah, I was pleased for sure. Finished 9th in singles, so top 20 overall. And what do we have, like 100, I think 154
Yeah.
in singles. So
Take that every day of the week.
and the guy that beat me out has a throw that it just should not work. I don't understand it at all. It like Grant, when it leaves his hand, you don't even think it's going to make it to the board.
Yeah.
No, you don't. It does not look like it's coming out with any like when we started warming up and he threw it, I was like, well, this is going to be easy. How did he get this far? He can't even get it to the fucking board. And then all of a sudden he's like, bang, bang, bang. And I'm like, well, okay. That sucks.
Every time because me and Aaron were watching, and like every time it hit the board, it would land pretty much on its edge, and then it would just zip up the board straight into the hole. So even if Josh had a blocker in, because it was coming out so skinny, you know,
just
it
went
could be a
around every
center
blocker
block.
I put.
Yeah, it would
Every
it had like a tiny bit of a cut on it, but not huge amounts.
So then I
It
stopped
just
doing level 1
worked.
blocks, started trying to do like a level 2 block, and then it got even worse because then it's like, and I'm like, how is this happening? Because then the boards were super sticky as well.
Yeah,
So
all
then
weekend.
I
All
was
weekend.
I'd go for like a push, like in a collect, but then it might like hit and kind of just roll over it. And I'm still putting the bag in the hole, but I've left now my blocker. So that's just points left on the board.
Yeah.
But
Like if you go for like a push on your slick side and it is ever so slightly backloaded, the boards were so sticky you could roll on your slick side on like a
Yep.
9 bag.
100%. I
You
did
know,
it
you go for a
twice.
push, and if you're on the slow side with the blocker, like my bags weren't moving like at all. Like you could yeah, I hit one of my bags really hard. I don't even think it was it was so sticky. I think it didn't even lift at all. I just hit it like a brick, and then it went over it. I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to change my bags up.
Yeah, I mean, our first game in doubles, we ended up changing to the wickets away from the emeralds because it was just, we were having to overthrow like every bag, just trying to get it to move up the board. So, but
your landing zone would have to be pretty much like where level 1 blocks would go.
yeah,
So pretty much an airmail. Airmail's only at one point it was getting that bad.
yep. But it was crazy because one half of the building had all brand new boards that were moving quick, and then all the older boards that were like super slow. So, like in singles, I literally went back and forth. If I was on the slow boards, I'd grab my wickets. If I was on the faster boards, I'd grab my emeralds and play both all day long. So, but it was a good time nonetheless. Great time. Great time.
Yeah.
Big, like I said, big shout out to old Liam getting the dub in the swap.
Yeah, it's always nice to get a little bit of prize money for all that training. But
Actually, payout wasn't too bad for you as well.
oh yeah, I mean I'm waiting on it, so I'm not going to count my chickens just yet. But from what you told me, it's a pretty good payout for a swap.
I think it's definitely
player.
enough to cover all your lodging for the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, 182 euros or something, didn't you say? Each?
Yep.
84 or something? So like 150 quid maybe?
That's what they sent out. That was going to be like the minimum. So it could have changed because obviously there were so many players. So it may have changed, but I think that was the minimum.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I'll take that as a minimum. They're more than welcome to send me more money if they want. I'm not gonna turn it down.
Yeah.
I got two ACL tournaments next month and a holiday in between to pay for, so it'll just go towards that, I think.
Yep.
Or maybe a new set of bags. I don't know, or two. But yeah. Should we start off with the what is it? What was first? Blind draw?
Yeah, we can go over some blind draw results. So, yeah, blind draw started on the Friday night. I was super stoked with who I got drawn with. I got drawn with Benoit Leclerc out of Belgium. Super good dude. He's a lot of fun to play cornhole with, man. He's just a good dude. And man, we played some really good games, and then we just kind of had like not even really a bad game, just a game where some bags did not roll our way, and ended up losing. I think we lost in the quarterfinals on that one as well. I think. But yeah, it was a good time nonetheless. Who'd you get paired up with?
Claude out of Luxembourg.
Yeah.
I think we went on a pretty decent run. Maybe we went out maybe one game before you.
I thought you were one game after me. No, maybe I think we went out at the same time, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't know. My internet wasn't working, so I've got no notifications for even to get onto the event. So I can't quite remember, but he did post something, I think, and it said something it looked like 5th. Because he tagged me in it.
Well, I can pull up the player app right now and look.
Yeah, he put it in as 5th because you got Semyan and Stefan. Paul and Marcus are also in 5th there. Oh, that was it. Yeah, we got knocked out by Bruno and his partner, I believe.
Oh no, we were way down. I thought we'd gotten further, but maybe not. I don't know. I'd down a lot of beers by then. But yeah, you guys got 5th. But it was won by Nicholas Forrest and Robert Wendler, beating Renee Schindler and Julian Carnell, or Coy as he goes by, in the finals, with Bruno Baker and Andreas Mean getting third
That's
place.
who we lost to.
Yeah.
That was it. When we got drawn them, like in the later stages, I was like, nice, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, it's a tough match.
I mean, what, they finished 1 point apart from each other, didn't they, last season? So Bruno made pro, Andreas made not pro because of 1 point. So in my eyes, they're both basically they play pro level, and but yeah,
for
really
sure,
fun of games,
for sure. But I mean, it's not the last time we're going to hear Andreas's name, anyway.
Yeah, and Bruno.
So, but yeah, so that started us off. It was a good time. We learned that night that it was going to be real difficult to get to and from our Airbnb because Uber is non-existent and there was like one taxi. So that kind of sucked.
If you try and call that taxi at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, it doesn't even go through. And we were stuck in the middle of Bitburg, 45 minutes until bags flew, 2.5 miles away, with no way of getting there. So that was...
It's 2.5 miles in 40 minutes, surely.
Yeah, but do you really want to do that before you're going to go start a fucking 15-hour day of cornhole?
Yeah, plus, I'm very pleased we didn't go for that because, Christ.
Yeah, but, and you think, like, because bags fly at 9, if we're like one of the first games up, we just forfeit. So we were like, we called Dave Kellogg and got him to come and get us.
Yeah.
And then we got lucky because the next day, Cody just swung by on his way to the venue and grabbed us. So yeah, we get there Saturday. Singles kicks off. Me and Liam both set 3-1 in rounders. So we're in tier 1. Aaron goes 2-2, but makes tier 1. And then I went on like the most improbable tear through singles bracket, man. I don't know what was going on, but it was awesome. Felt good. I kind of let myself down a bit because I win my first and second, I believe, and then I have to play Bruno.
Mm.
And then I'm up on Bruno, like, I think I was up on him like 12-1. And then like 15-5. And I lost. I was like, son of a bitch. Like, and I was throwing good. I just had, like, I gave up one really big round. I gave up on like a 10-on-3. But, and of course, I ain't taking nothing away from Bruno because that dude's just, he's a machine, man. And he's just solid.
He can just switch it on, can't he? If he's down, his head doesn't drop. He just,
nope.
It just turns robotic at points.
Yeah, he's just so consistent, man. So it was going to take, I could have beat him. In that moment, I could have beat him, I think. But unless I didn't, so I had to go down in the losers bracket and won, I don't know, 2 or 3 more games. And got up in the 9th place, man. So I was pretty stoked. Pretty stoked.
Yeah, I had a nice run. I firstly went 2-0 when I came up against 2 pros. One of them, well, I think both of them were having a bit of an off day, but hey, I'll take it. So I think I came up against, I have no idea what was it? Yeah, Cena Backers.
Xena Bax, yeah.
She was definitely having an off day because, beat her. She only got 2 points on me. I threw a 9 on her 6, and then I beat Thomas Schwartz the game after that, 21-20.
Yeah, that was a good game though. We watched that one. That one was such a good game.
Yeah, because he went up on me 10-2. And then I just managed to slowly chip away 1 point, got a nice 4-point round, got another 2 points. Then I went above him. Then he went above me, and I went above him. Then we equaled at 20 each, and I just managed a little 8-on-7 right at the end. He just put one off, and I couldn't finish my dinner. I didn't win it in that round. I just didn't lose it because I would just started blocking up the hole and hoping something fell. But yeah, we got it over the line. And then I think I went, and then proceeded to lose my next 2 games against non-pros but still very good players, and I was out. So I finished 17th in our bracket B.
Yeah.
So top 40.
Yeah, because it was 2 brackets.
Yeah, top 35. So I'll take that. It's better than my Slovenia one where I ended up in tier 2. I did get wood for that one because I ended up winning it. However, I do like to prefer to play in tier 1 against some of these pros that usually make it up there.
For sure.
All that iron sharpens iron.
So, but singles was won by Domen out of Slovenia. Good dude. And just a machine, man. He's a machine. He beat Frederic Boré out of France in the finals. And Gavin Clark got 3rd. So.
Yeah, and it's looking like Bruno was 3rd in our bracket. Yeah, because Frederick double dipped him in the final.
Oh yeah, double dipped Bruno in the
21-6.
Yeah.
And then is it Doman?
Yeah.
Doman double dipped Gavin in the other bracket final, which we were talking to him and some of the Slovenians, Goran and Yaka, and yeah, Goran has got 11 wins this season or just overall against
overall
Gavin.
he's just 11-1 against Gavin.
Yeah, so
he's pretty much just moved in and living rent free.
Yeah. But not the last we hear of Gavin that weekend though.
No, so he got third, and then we move on to the pro event, and obviously the pro event's happening at the same time as swap for the evening, and there was a juniors event. Levi Vidasek, the Mohawk, he won juniors, so that was pretty cool. And then in the pro event, Mathieu out of France won, beating Obi in the finals, and EJ getting third. Then we get on to the swap. The swap. Oh, Liam and Marcus taking it down. Beating Tobias and Karsten Lewis in the finals. And it was like, I don't even really think it was that close of a match, to be honest.
No, I don't really think it was. Well, I realised, I never thought about this, but obviously we saw them measuring out the boards while we were playing, but like setting up ready for the next day, not realising that the boards were moving a little bit on the mats because it had this weird like kind of 3G pitch, 5G, I don't know what is it, 3G, 5G, whatever it is, fake AstroTurf. So it was quite bouncy. So a lot of the boards over the day, I mean, some of them moved
They're just hopping
10,
along.
12 inches. Yeah.
Yeah, they said they measured one and it was off like almost 12 inches.
So like they were measuring some of those, and for sure, because you were down there with me, weren't you? Because we played the quarterfinals. All the swap games were kind of down on like 8, 9, and 10, or 9, 10, 11. Those courts, and I was on court 10 pretty much like 4 or 5 games in a row. It felt like, and so we were always playing while they were measuring it out, and as it went on, Marcus froze a slick side bag. We were using the fastest bags I had between the two of us, so the Renault Thunders. He was throwing them on slick side, so we were using 6-9 bags, and he was throwing on the 9. And I think for the semi-final game, he went 3 or 4 rounds towards the end of it, just 4 back, like 4 points, 4 points, just getting all 4 on the board, and they were not moving at all. And I was like, oh man, I really need him to get some points because, a certain area of my body was twitching against Max, because Max that earlier that day in singles beat Matteo 21-4 or something. So he has it in his locker to shoot high PPRs. And I was like, I can't keep doing this because I'm getting tired, and I was squeaking a little bit, threw some bags off. Thankfully, he was a bit off as well.
Your semifinal match was a better match than the final match. Like in terms of fan enjoyment to watch, it was just a more exciting match.
Yeah, there was a little bit of chirping going on because I had had the Germans behind me as well, but then I had Aaron backing me up and you over on the other side. So and I have to admit, basically we were sitting at one point in that semi-final. I think it was 18-17, and I can't remember what the board setup was like, but basically Marcus had the last bag, and I was like, oh, if he goes in, we'll get 3 points and we'll win. So I was like, shoot the airmail, like go for the airmail, because you got it. I didn't know if he had it or not because, I think he had missed all of his airmails so far that day when he was playing with me. But I was like, nah, I back it. Let's win it in style. He hit it, and I go nuts, similar to when back at ACO doubles. Like I've also nearly lost my voice for a second weekend running from that one shot. I run over to him and we're like celebrating, and then I walk back and fist bump Max, turn around, and it's 2017. We still needed 1 point, so I had to I was like, oh no. I was like, my hands were like shaking. I was like, oh right, I just need to take like 3 deep breaths and just try and bring my heart rate down. So I was like, it's done. It's over. I don't have to throw again until the final. Shit. I got to
So
get
then he's
another
also
point.
been apologizing to Max for just kind of looking like a complete tit.
Yeah. And thankfully we wash then. We wash my round and I think because who's this Benoit was also chirping me because Max and one of the Belgians that was his teammate, wasn't it?
Yeah. Mikel,
yeah. So I had Belgians and Germans chirping right behind me. And I was like, shit, I can't celebrate winning and then throw the round that loses us this game because I'll look like a complete knob. Thankfully, I washed and then Marcus won the next round, just getting a point. Yeah, it was. But I threw an 8-1-3 on that, and I actually only had 3 off the board, and I think those 3 off the board were like in my last 2 rounds, so I really made it nice and scary for us. But
yep.
Yeah, and then the final was actually, I think all of us were tired, but that's when then we went onto a court where it was the right distance and it wasn't a few inches too long, and Marcus was just in, and I was like, nice, okay, this is sweet. He shot a 7 on what was the other Karsten Lewitz. He shot a 7 on his 4.75, and I shot an 8.5 on Tobias's 6.75. So it was actually reasonably comfortable.
Yeah.
18-5 lead at one point. Finished 21-5, so it was all good. But yeah, more wood.
More wood.
Ain't called the Lumberjack for no reason.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell. So Karsten, though, that threw with Tobias, he ended up winning tier 2 singles. With Daniel Vidasek coming in second and Torsten Schmidt coming in third. So Karsten, had a pretty good day then too. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, man,
sure.
It was a good time. It was fun to watch, but it was late and geez. So it was so late, and we had to be up so early the next morning to get there for doubles. I forgot my my charging cords and all that crap in my Zuka. So my phone's just completely dead. Whatever. It is what it is. But Liam's, we didn't even get enough sleep for Liam's phone to charge all the way back to 100%. It only charged to 70. That's how little sleep we got.
Yeah. But thankfully we did manage to hitch a lift off
Cody.
No, that evening.
Yeah. Jax was back. The dude out of Luxembourg had some health issues. And he came back because he was like, nah, I'm just gonna play. I don't care. So he came, and he's like, man, I'll give you all right back tonight. He goes, but you watch, Liam will end up in the finals, so I'll have to be here all night. Sure shit, it happened. And it's late. And of course, he got to drop us off. And then it was just over an hour drive back to Luxembourg.
Yeah.
To then get up 6 hours later, 5 hours later, and drive all the way back out to the tournament to play doubles.
Yeah. Yeah, he called it, and he regretted that call,
Yeah.
but he was like, "But I've committed. I can't leave you stranded here."
And we were like,
And
So
"Yeah, we
no good
appreciate
deed
that."
goes unpunished.
Exactly. And Matt, the
Matt
story of
Hiltz.
Matt Hilt's dick.
He's like, "Oh, can you give me a ride up to the hotel?" But he doesn't tell. He actually, one of the turns, he told him to turn the wrong way. We went the opposite direction. So we had to bust it around and come all the way back. And I'm like, just kick him out now.
Bearing in mind, it's like a 2-minute walk, 5-minute max.
Yeah.
It's literally right next door.
We walked
It's
it every day
harder.
last year.
Yeah. And at one point, Jax was just like, "Matt, am I going left or right?" And he just went, like it was Jack's fault for not knowing where his hotel was. And he was just like, "I'm gonna fucking turn this thing around right now." But yeah, we made it, and then we went into doubles.
And we did not play at our ability, that is for sure. Per the usual, though, we immediately draw Arno and Silke for our first rounders match. That's pretty much box standard these days. And obviously, it starts down on my side. I gave up 12 on 8. And then Liam gets a 12 on 8 to make that back. And then I do like a 12 on 8. So we're like, all right, man, we're rolling, dude. Like we are rocking and rolling. And then all of a sudden the wheels just fell off.
Yeah, you couldn't find a line, and I could hardly hit the board.
Yeah.
And if I was on the board, it was like a level 5 block on my own side, or I was just missing open board points basically.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I think we were throwing the emeralds then, weren't we?
Yep.
And we were like, okay, these bags are not moving. And like over pushing it.
Yeah.
And just going offline.
So that's when we decided to switch. No, we played the Emeralds one more match and then we switched because we won our next one.
Yeah.
And then we were like, okay, let's throw. All right, we'll throw them. And I think, but we decided to change because we were like, it would have been bad. They just weren't moving for us. But then we get into bracket and just couldn't hit anything.
No.
Could not hit anything. But then, like, after the match, we'd stand around and just, like, throw a few more, like, practice rounds. Hole. Like, God dang it, man. Couldn't do it in a game, but
I think we were just overthinking it a bit. We just tightened up. We were, like, constantly thinking, are the bags fast enough? Are the boards slow? You know, how hard am I going to have to throw this rather than just loosen it up and just throw normally?
Yeah.
But hey, never a loss, always a lesson.
100%. Still a good time, but yeah, we didn't have our best performance, but it is what it is, man. So
yep,
we'll get back at it in a month or just over a month.
Yep.
But doubles was taken down by Jaka and Gavin. They beat Bruno and Robert Windler in the finals, and Andreas and Mean and Stefan Beck got third.
Yep.
And we left because EJ drove us back to Frankfurt, Holland, so we didn't get to stay for the finals, but we were watching it on Facebook, and it was a really good match. Like there were some really good matches all day in doubles, though.
Yeah, Bruno and Robert beat Gavin and Yaka in the first game because they had to double dip. Then I think it ended up being like 19-18 to Gavin and Yaka.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was like 17 all or something. And Gavin hit that 3-bag airmail
Airmail
drag
drag.
to get 3 points or 2 points or something along those lines, wasn't it?
Yep.
It was like a 12 on 10. Robert played it perfectly, was in. Gavin sat on the back side of the hole, Robert in. Then he went right side of the hole, Robert in, and then front side of the hole. And then Robert just put in a perfect block, level 1, just touching the bag that was on the edge of the hole at the front. And it was like, does he? Well, he has to shoot the airmail drag, and it's not his strongest shot. He's better at a roll, but he would have dropped 4 points and lost the game. So he needed something to fall, and it just came in. We were watching it on Facebook, and I messaged him afterwards, being like, "I saw that airmail. That was like, that was
It was a
big
sick
ball.
shot.
It was a big balls airmail. Like
Yeah.
he got the weighing scales out, and they topped out the scales because he hit it, came in so flat, perfectly on the hole, just pulled all of it in to get a 12 on 10. It's nothing you can. No, Robert couldn't do anything about that. It was just a really good shot, and then Yaka went and won the next round because I think that just kind of spurred him on a little bit.
For sure.
To get that last point.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was super good. So yeah.
Yeah, that's all she wrote for that one.
Yeah, it was a good weekend though.
Tournament done. It's definitely a mainstay in my season, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Bitburg.
It's such a good tournament.
Yeah.
Although I will say, I think we were talking about it, and they may have outgrown that venue.
Yeah.
Because we were waiting forever. They had 30 boards set up, so every rounder's round is taking like 3 go-throughs.
Yeah. It's like an hour between each game, I would say.
Close
on
to
average.
It. Yeah.
Maybe a bit longer right at the start. But yeah, it was yeah, and it wasn't like they had a lack of boards. They literally put as many boards as they physically could in that building to play cornhole.
I think on the side where 31 and 32 were, I think there might have been room for one more set over there. But
they were measuring it out because people were kind of getting in each other's way.
Oh, okay.
They nearly took a set of boards. They had to spread them apart a little bit more because I saw them measuring it partway through the day because some people were like, we're like nearly brushing arms when we're throwing normal shots at the moment. And Thomas had to come and like measure it out and basically be like, shut up and throw because we need this extra board right now. We need as many boards in as we can with this many people.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was cool. Good weekend, good beers.
Real good time, man. It's always good to see everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
But shout out to EJ for hooking us up with the ride back to Frankfurt. Shout out to KT for hooking us up with a ride from Frankfurt. Shout out to Jax for giving us a ride to the Airbnb. Shout out to Dave and Cody for coming and grabbing us and giving us a lift to the venue.
We hope we paid you back in laughs and beer.
We drank a lot of beer, that is for sure.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of beer was consumed.
Yeah. I'm rethinking parts of my life post that weekend because that was early starting the drinking, late finishing, lots of cornhole.
Yeah.
But it was good fun.
Definitely. All right, what do you got for us, Graham?
What, the ACO results? Salt Lake City.
Sorry?
That's not working great. So Salt Lake City Major.
Yep.
So singles was taken down by Hagen Lords, who double dipped Dustin Aran. And then doubles was Cole Paramore and Hagen Lords, who beat Brandon Connolly and Bryce something or other. Can't read my handwriting because it's terrible. And then Chad and Kim Jackson took third in that, and the Carstens took fourth. And then the blind was Philip Swanson and Josh Neville beat Martina Bell and Carson Morris Jr. And that was a King Seat rematch. The co-ed was Jordan Quintana and Hagen Lords, who double dipped Carter Guy and Kennedy Meineke. So this Hagen Lords guy had a bit of a weekend.
Yeah.
By the sound of it. And then women's was Kennedy Meineke over Ginger Hughes in a Queen Seat rematch. And then seniors was Rich Jones over Gary Ferguson. And I can't find anything for juniors on Scorpolio, so don't know.
Good to see. You mentioned Gary Ferguson then in the seniors.
Yeah.
I've met that guy and he is, well, I would say the American Josh, but that doesn't make sense to me. He's like the you in 10 years maybe. He's loose. There was a point 2 years ago at Worlds when they basically all day you just heard over the tannoy, could Gary Ferguson go to court number 38 please, or could Gary and in the end one of them just went over the tannoy, can someone go get Fergie, he's gone missing again. They just like gave up with the professionalism, just went, someone go get that guy. He was in the car park with his trousers around his ankles because he was trying to change shorts, but was so drunk because he was drinking from like rum and cokes from like 9 a.m. and like they were just like, what the hell are you doing? But he's a former king of cornhole, so when I played him in the blind draw, my partner played against him and was like, yeah, no, Fergie can throw even though he's drunk. And this guy was chirping away, shouting, chatting with the guy next to him when they were trying to play. Shot 4 airmails back, shot 4 airmails in one round to win the game. I was like, nice, okay. And then he just went off, kept drinking. Passed out at one point once he was out of singles. It was nuts. So the fact that he's still, hitting these finals, fair play.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's quite good. Well, yeah. When's our next tournament?
Well, for the UKCL, it's June 7th. I think, right? Or June 6th.
Or 8th.
I think it's the 6th.
It's June. We know that much.
Second weekend of June or first weekend of June?
6th.
Yeah.
June 6th. And then we have France on the 19th, 20th, 21st.
Yeah.
Belgium on the 26th, 27th, 28th. And then the next weekend will be national championships on July the 4th. So
yeah,
a lot of cornhole going on. A lot of cornhole.
So are you?
But I guess everybody will be glad to know that you will not be there.
Yeah.
In June.
Yeah.
What about you? Were you there?
Sorry?
Are you there? June, UKCL?
I'm undecided. I'm undecided.
For the fact that I might get to hold on to the chain for a little bit longer. Is that not swaying you? Is that playing a part in your decision?
It does, but it's just a lot of weekends to be gone.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. I'm not going because it will be too much money otherwise to get up there and take pretty much every weekend off in June. which is like our peak time. And Aaron was pretty happy when I told him that I wasn't going because he wants to go for another first place and secure his pretty much secure his number 2 spot. But yeah, and also I do need a bit of a rest, but I will be going into nationals with 2 European tournaments under my belt the previous weekend, so I should be warmed up, hopefully, to make a good run.
For sure.
But when it comes to that Open, I was going to talk about quickly Team GB. It's looking pretty, it's nearly secure. There's a couple of our 4 current automatic spots are taken up by me, Dave Farmer, Alex Bowers, and Dale Unwin. Dale and Alex both sitting on the exact same points. So if one of them gets overtaken, then it could be both of them get overtaken if they don't gain any points. And I think Mark Pallett is the next person below that. Pretty certain he might have to win it in order to overtake Dale and Alex. So maybe watch out for Mark. He might be my my dark horse of that tournament if he's got a possible automatic spot on the way. And then Dave and Tony and Kev are closely following behind and are probably looking at making a good run so that they boost themselves up into tier 1 for nationals. So obviously our 5th spot is going to be the highest placed non-automatic player. And currently it would mean that we have 5 automatic spots because Mark is the only one sitting in the top 16. So he would be automatic highest finisher, even if he forfeits every game, which I can't imagine he would, but he would still finish bottom of tier 1, which is the highest on the day. So yeah, it's going to be a tight finish. 10 points between Dave, Tony, Kev. So there could be a big swing, but that should be good. And I thought I will tell people if there are two people in tier 1 and they finish at the same point, then what I really want to happen is to do a playoff. We'll be doing a playoff game for that final automatic spot. Maybe try and get it on centre court and get the pressure really going. You got to earn that spot. Lots of squeaking as they walk up and down. Get people sweating. So yeah. And this week as well, I'll be putting out a post on Cornhole GB about the new jerseys, pricing, taking orders, all of that stuff. So all the details will be on that post on Facebook and Instagram. So get your orders in.
Right on, man.
And you're more than welcome to buy both colours. More than welcome. That'd be great.
I'm gonna buy the blue.
Nice.
All right then, man. I don't have anything else. What do you got, Graham?
No, I think that's it.
Liam, you got anything else?
No, I'm all good.
All right. Shout out to sponsors, Slicky Baggers, LFG Cornhole. Yeah, man.
And the Ashby Woodwork Company for shipping down half of their woodland. and obviously now Bitburg. Thank you for your tree.
For
Small
sure,
tree,
bud.
But...
All right, man.
Actually, one last shout just to everybody who's already bought raffle tickets and the ones who have donated prizes. So
thank
we
you.
appreciate that because Mark reached out to me middle of last week. So Cornhole Players Club have also donated a T-shirt as well to the raffle.
Nice.
Along with everything else we've already had. So shout out to anybody who's giving and entering.
Right
And a
on,
set
man.
of Brotherhood bags for GB designed.
Yeah.
We're going to give one of our sponsor bags away.
Yep.
Sets of bags, not just one bag. That'd be pointless.
Appreciate that. Yeah. So
Sweet.
cool. All right. Well, I'm Josh.
I'm Graham.
I'm Leamberjack.
Just boarded.
Laters.
Take care.
Later, guys.